Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Wray's Garage. Today, we're gonna change out some spark plugs here. Porsche recommends to do this every 4 years or 30,000 kilometers, roughly 20,000 miles. Not sure when this was done, so we're gonna tackle that project. It's fairly easy, plug and play. The rub is, it's a mid-engine car, so like all the things with mid-engine cars, it is no fun getting to it. So I'll walk you through the tools that we're going to use to get there to make the job a little bit easier, and then we'll fire it up, make sure everything's good and cooking. So give or take, here's what we're going to use today. We have obviously some extra lights, because for you to get much out of this project, we're going to want to get plenty of light in there, because it's tricky to see back there once you get in. This is a 10mm socket. This is our 19mm, which is going to help us get the wheels off here. You can see the car's already in the air, however you prefer to get your car in the air. Blocks, jack stands, whatever. You're gonna have to get it up. Then we have a 5/8 socket puller. This one happens to be magnetic. There are various other kinds to get the spark plugs out. Spark plug puller, I should have said. This does have a flex head, which comes in particularly handy. This is on a 3/8 inch socket connector. Any extensions that you can get or any flexibility would come in handy. T25, we have T30s, as we'll get into. Another flexible head here in order to access these tighter areas for various Torx bits. What else was cute in there? Oh yeah, this guy. This is a E-Torx bit, which unlike the 987-1, the 987-2 has these E-Torxes, which are basically reverse Torx screws to get the cover off. So on the 987-1, you'll probably find rubber boots that you push up in order to get the plugs off. For this, you'll find there's an aluminum cover, and you'll see that shortly. And you just need to remove 2 E-Torx screws. So this is the 45. Never have enough gloves and some shop towels. Probably shouldn't have forgotten probably one of the more essential parts in a spark plug change, which is new spark plugs. I chose the iridium version. I think double platinum and platinum are just fine. The Bosch plugs that I think we're gonna find in here are not well, they don't have a great reputation, so nothing that I've experienced personally, but I went with a higher quality. I think these were $7 each in a store, but I think you can get them for $4 or $5 on a rockauto.com or somewhere like that. These are the XP5325s. So first up, we need to get better access. We have these two. So this is a wheel well, and then a guard in here to remove. It is 3 10mm hex nuts, and then these are T25, and there's 3 more of these. You check the 25s. Yep. To remove that. So we'll get that underway. This one off first, because this one sits behind here. Just lift gently over the stalks here. Then look at all that trash. Just give it a little flex. And out it comes. Alright, so this is probably the last time I can use the big camera. I'll get the GoPros out in a minute and we'll get in here. But as you can see in here, hopefully you can make out the 3 indentations down here. This is the sensor, which comes from the exhaust, the O2 sensor. We should be able to work around that. And then there's a screw on the end here. Or not. Maybe it's on the other end. But anyway, there's 2 of these E-Torx screws that we will remove in order to gain access. So, like I said, let's... All right, so here's the 1, 2 E-Torx bits I need to get out to remove this aluminum cover. So let's let's get that started here. You want to be somewhat careful because this is an aluminum piece, so I'm sure it's going to be very easy to bend, but patience isn't my finest virtue either. Now, I've pushed it up, so maybe we'll recover that later. So you can see here, here, and here, there are 3 spark plugs in the coils here. A very simple process. There's a 1 clip here. Sorry, I realized that light gets blocked every time I point there. But there's a clip right here on each one. You push that down until it clicks, and then just slide it up. That's 1. Probably a little harder because I've got the cover plate blocking us here. Two. Alright, that's the 3 of them. So they're now disconnected. We're going to remove this single T30 here on each one. On the 987-1 version, there's only, I mean, there are 2, but on the 987-2, at least this one, only 1 on each. Whoops. Shoot. So now we've got all those unscrewed. You simply remove the coil packs, like so. And there you have revealed your spark plugs. So let's get these out and see how they look. There it is, number 1. All right, how are we gonna do this next one here? It's a little bit harder to get at. I think because I have no room to work, having the tool do the work might actually be favorable even in this tight space if I can get it all in here. Let's see. Everyone's getting knocked around. Well, I believe we got it. Holy man, we did. So anyway, let me show you what I just used. This is the ratchet that I use, which, interestingly, even though it's a tight space, in there it made perfect sense because it fit in perfectly. I had to use the smaller, I think this is the 2 milliamp battery. This one would not have worked. Torque perspective, I want to say 22 foot-pounds But what I'm gonna do is kind of finger tight and then anywhere from 45 to 90 degree turn thereafter, just to secure it in there, just to snug it down. No Gorilla tight, you will break something. And you don't want to take your engine out to get this out, pretty sure. All right, now intuitively, you just do everything in the reverse order at this point. So let's put these fresh spark plugs in. I like to just set it in the spark plug holder and set it down with my hand and then just thread it until I can no more by hand. It's the most expeditious, and in this tight area, it just works better. Alright, now it's grabbing. Like I said, just go 45 degrees more, or use the torque specs. Alright, that's number one in there. I like to put the coil in right away, less chance for junk to get in here. It is a good idea to inspect these. I give them a quick wipe down and rub down with shop towel. Make sure there's no cracking or any obvious signs of deterioration, moisture, or rusting on the connectors. And all that being well, set it back in. Just give it a quick wipe. You want to make sure you're lining it up there with where we're going to secure it later on. Something in the way there. There we go. And when you reconnect, make sure you go all the way down to the click so it's fully seated. And that's one. The other two work largely the same way. I'll let you watch, but give you the courtesy of some high speed so you don't have to watch me fumble too much. Alright, so they're all locked in, secured down. Let's put this guy, who just has been desperate to get back home, on here. So you can see in there, all buttoned up, back down as it was before. Time to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. All right, so let's turn it over. Appreciate checking in for another episode. Hope that took any of the fear factor out for you. Be memorable, be well. Check in soon. We're going to do some suspension mods, and we're going to get a new steering wheel on here. So let the mods continue. See you later.